Welcome to the Scalable Expert Podcast. I'm thrilled that you're here. I want to talk about two different groups of people today. The first group tried to build a scalable program and burned out delivering it. They did the work, the content, the platform, the launch, the cohort, the whole bit. And the delivery was more exhausting than one-on-one ever was. It made no sense. The second group has watched someone with a fraction of their experience launch a program at a price point that they have not reached and completely fill it, deliver it without the delivery consuming them. And the thought that usually happens in both cases that you may have had is what's missing? What do they have that I don't? Today, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, and it's not probably what you think. So let me start with an illustrated story. Sarah built a program that burned her out. The content was great, the customers were getting results, the methodology was working, and yet she was exhausted in a way that did not make sense for what she was delivering. She felt a little ashamed and a little confused, and she should be able to do this. Other people were doing this. She had built a business. She thought, what is wrong with me? Am I not cut out for this model? So she went out to learn from other experts. Their explanation, just create better systems, better automation, better AI, better tech, build a better team. But what happened when she tried those was the exhaustion just shifted forms. The private question no one usually says out loud that I'm going to is, what do they have that I don't? Here's what I want you to hear before I give you the answer. If this has been your experience, the program that burned you out was not a failure. The burnout was not a character flaw. The comparison you felt watching someone else succeed is not evidence that you're behind. All three of those experiences are symptoms of the same thing, a sequence that the entire industry teaches in the wrong order. And once you see the right order, the burnout makes complete sense. It's built into the design, not into your skill level as an expert business owner. When content comes before the journey design, the content covers topics, but the journey is undefined. And an undefined journey has to be filled in by something. That something is typically the expert. Every session, the delivery burns out because you're not just delivering content. You're being the connector between the content sessions and the design that was not built in. You are filling the gap between what the module covers and what the customer needs to experience to actually get the transformation in real time. Every week, for every customer. This is the real work that is exhausting, not the delivery, the improvised journey management that the design left up to you. And the other person who delivered it without burning out, they did not have more expertise, they had a different sequence. They delivered the journey before they built the content. So the content served as a design experience rather than becoming the experience by default. The sequence is the whole strategy. Build content first, and you scale an expert. Design the journey first, and you build a scalable expert business. So as you look at the dream of delivering a program that creates transformation for many customers at once at a price point that reflects your expertise without burning out in the delivery, just believe that it is achievable. It is what the scalable delivery system within the infinite scale method, which is steps 4 through 6, is designed to produce. That sequence that produced the burnout was wrong, not the vision or the execution. The goal is to become an expert who gets to be present for the moments in the delivery that genuinely require judgment, expertise, and relationship, not being present for every operational moment because the design left those moments undefined. You did not burn out because you're not built for this. You burned out because the design required you to build the plane while you were flying it. That is a design problem. And design problems have design solutions. That's why step 4 of the infinite scale method is called the signature pathway. Design the complete customer journey before creating a single piece of content. A signature pathway is not a curriculum. It's not a module list. It's a designed experience of transformation. What does the customer have at the end of each stage? What problem does each stage resolve? What happens when the customer gets stuck at each point? When the journey is designed first, the content serves the journey. Every piece of content has a specific job in a specific moment of the customer's experience. The expert is not improvising the journey in real time. The journey already exists. This is why the expert presence by choice becomes possible. Once the journey is designed, the content serves it. The expert shows up for the moments that require expertise, not the moments that the design left blank. Once you have created your signature pathway, it's time to test it with a proof of concept. The question this answers is whether or not the pathway can get results for real humans. That is why step 5 is the beta blueprint. Before building any delivery infrastructure, we run the signature pathway live with a small group of right fit customers at a beta rate. What the beta reveals that planning cannot is where customers actually stall, which moments produce the shift, and what needs to be added or removed before the infrastructure is built around it. The beta blueprint produces 2 things. 1, real customer results that prove the journey works, and a refined signature pathway that the scalable delivery system is built on. Not theory, but proof. And then you're ready for step 6, which is actually designing the scalable delivery platform so you can consistently deliver scalable engagement. The delivery architecture between the done for you and on demand. Customers move through a design journey. The expert is present for the moments that require judgment and expertise, and the business creates transformation in the rest. That is the exact presence by choice in practice. Not the expert disappearing, the expert remaining exactly where the expertise creates the most value and the business does the rest. All right, so there you have it. Steps 4 through 6 in the infinite scale method. How can you start to apply this in your business? If you love this episode, I would love it for you to share it with your friends and colleagues, get more eyeballs on the podcast. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. All right, until next time.